Hey guys, it's Brianna Faith, and today we are going to be talking about button fast fixes. So if you have a pair of jeans and the button has fallen off them, don't give up hope just yet. And don't go running to the craft store either, because I'm going to show you a quick way to do it, and you probably already have the materials. The materials you're going to need for this DIY are, of course, the broken pair of jeans, some buttons, a seam ripper to get out the old button thread scissors, which are smaller than your fabric scissors. You're also going to need a sewing gauge. You're going to be using this to gauge how far away your button needs to be on the back piece of fabric of your jeans. And of course you'll need some thread and needles. When you buy your clothes, they normally come with buttons for backups. Sometimes I can't remember what buttons go with what, especially if they're just like these. These are just like black and white buttons. The ones that are more decorative, of course, it's easy to tell. But oftentimes they're really simple buttons, so you can grab one of these to fix your jeans if you have a big enough one. So I just keep mine in this bag, throw it in my sock drawer, and then it's there whenever I need it. So normally jeans come with a rivet on as the button. If you don't have a rivet, you don't know how to use a rivet or any of that stuff, you don't want to go to the store, you're just going to take a regular 4-button hole button and try to do it approximately the same size. So you don't want to use like a super tiny button, obviously. Another thing I'm doing to reinforce this is a hook and eye. All I've done so far is I've just made the measurements to see how far away the button needs to be in order for it to close and what it will look like as far as the hook and eye goes. The reason why I'm doing 2 closures for this pair of jeans is because I know my boyfriend is really hard on his jeans, especially this pair, because this is what he likes to use when he's working on cars. So I want to make sure that they're secure and they're not going to cause him any annoyance with the buttons falling off or anything like that. It's a pretty cheap alternative compared to the rivet. Alright, the hair is going back and it is time for business, guys. Okay, so we have our jeans. So for the hook and eye, I actually used a lighter color thread just to secure them on so I know where they go. Most of the time you're going to be able to tell where the button went, so you don't have to do that, but you can if you would like to. Take your thread and put it through your needle, and you want to double up this thread. Doubling up the thread makes it a little bit more sturdy, otherwise you're just going to have to keep going around and around and around and around the button. Through the back of the pants to the front. And you're just going to go right through that hole. Then you're going to go up to the next one, right above it. Okay, next, this is going to be a little bit tricky. My teacher taught us how to do this with a match, but I'm using a shoelace just because I lost that specific match. This is just to create a gap so that the button has some give, because if you don't do this, it's going to be more likely to break off. Then on the back side, you're going to go over to the other side and back down. So you're just going to keep going around in that formation until your button is secure and to your liking. Right, then you're going to flip it over and you've got all these threads. You're just going to pick one to go underneath, and then you're going to create a little knot here. Okay, so we just finished our button. So next we're going to be working on the hook and eye. Once again, we're doubling up the thread. Start from the inside out. So what I'm doing is going down in front of it and then going through the hole on the underside. I'm going to repeat this about 5 or 6 times for each side just to make sure that it is sturdy. So this one's good. Then all I'm going to do is just like the button, you're going to go to the back side or the inside, go underneath some of the threads and loop through to create a knot. You're not going to rip it off yet. You're going to go over to the other side. You go through the center and up on the outside. Cut out the light colored thread. Alright, and there's your eye. Next we're going to do the hook. For this part, you don't want to have the needle go all the way through the jeans just because then it's going to show on the front side. So just try to pierce the fabric on one side. And then it's going to be the same process that you did with the eye to do with the hook. You just loop it through the bottom and then you're going to go through the metal part. Just like so. And then you're going to once again pierce the bottom of the jeans, but don't go all the way through. And you're just going to repeat this process multiple times on each side. For the last one, you're just going to create a circle knot just like you did with the other ones. And then you're going to move on to the next one. You can just go underneath the fabric till you get to the next one. So you just close the hook and eye and then button your jeans and you have a super clean closure with a safety net. I hope you guys enjoyed this DIY and found it helpful. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more videos and content from me, and go check out my blog if you haven't already. Bye!